It was a really scary situation, and I'm really glad we were at the right place at the right time to be able to help them. Hi, welcome to Schulte Sweetie's Homeschool YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie, and I'm a mom of 3 girls ages 13, 9, and 7. We are in our 8th year of homeschooling, and if you didn't already know, my oldest daughter chose this year to go to public school. So here's a little bit of the story from this week and how we are turning this around to help us learn from the situation. So earlier this week, I was taking my daughter to school. We have about a 15-minute drive, and we have to go. It's like her school is out of district, and so we do have a little bit of a drive every morning. So we were approaching a house, and I could see some smoke, and I was like, we don't know who lives there. It's not too far away from our house, about 5 miles or so. And I said, oh, that doesn't look normal. And then we approached the house and noticed, most cars seem to just be going by like normal. And we were approaching a house, and we saw this man about to go toward the door, and we could see flames coming out the door. I instantly panicked, but I had my daughter with me who usually feeds off of my panic. And so I tried to remain calm, and there's a gas station pretty close by, not right next door. So I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. And it did not seem like any other cars were stopping. There were no emergency vehicles on their way or anything. And so I immediately just dial 911. We pull over in this gas station, and 911 takes our call, and I tell them about the fire. I did not know the address, so I just gave them the streets that we were at, and they kept us on the line. And during this time, my daughter is in the seat next to me and just crying. She is scared and upset. And I think especially seeing that person approaching the firehouse really scared her, especially because, thinking about the what ifs of if there's more people in the house, pets, and, anything like that. So, or if this man was going to go back in the house. And so instead, we did not go back to the house because that was not our business to go back to the house. But we stayed on the line, and they did call for fire trucks and emergency responders. And so they let us know that those people were on their way. And I know that the fire department in our town is really pretty close by. And so at that point, we did hang up, and then I did still have to take her to school, although I did, we went to Dunkin' Donuts, and I got her a drink, and I took her in a little bit late because she was so upset, and I wanted to make sure her mental health was okay, since I knew she needed to have, clear mind as she approached the day of school. And so we were both pretty shaken up. Actually, she has access to email, and so she emailed me later, a couple hours later, and just asked, have you heard anything? And if I knew anything, although I didn't at that point, but later we did see an article that fire department had come about 7:30, and we got there about 7:20. So I do believe that we were the reason that the fire department got there as quickly as they did. I don't think anybody else called 911. And so I think that we are the reason that they were called. And so in the article as well, it did say that no injuries, and no one seemed, everybody seemed to be good. So I told her that, and that did calm her nerves. It kind of shook us both up during that day. And so it got me thinking a lot, and I reminded her, especially, she's in her teens. She has recently just received training in her gym class for CPR, and I have already told her how great of a skill that is to know, and I didn't do that until I was, maybe college, getting CPR trained. And so I was very impressed with that, and I just told her, we reminded ourselves about the story of the Good Samaritan, and just that if we see an emergency, we should check on people, we should call for help, we should help, and so we talked about that. We talked about the importance of like how we did 911, and just staying on the line, knowing your surroundings, and trying the best that you can to describe those surroundings. So we talked about that, and we've gone past that house several times since then and can see the damage. It's likely that they lost everything in the fire. But we remind ourselves like we really did our part of what we could do for this fire, for this emergency. So it also got me thinking about my younger children. In the past, we have done like a couple of field trips to fire stations. I have done the old version of the safety unit from The Good and the Beautiful, and I have gotten the new version with workbooks of fire or of safety from The Good and the Beautiful. So that really got me thinking. I started talking with my younger two, especially my youngest has not like really remembered a lot. She did go to the most recent fire station, but that was still several years ago, and she is now 7. And I don't even know if we somewhat talked about a fire safety information for our house, for our new house, but we haven't really done too much. We kind of have a meeting point if there was ever a fire, but we really haven't done a lot. And so that really prompted me and made me think, now is the time to do the safety unit again with my girls. We already have another science that we are working on. We just started it like the day before that, but I was like, we are gonna mix this in too. And so I just wanted to share today a little bit about why that we picked this up. I've had this for months, and I decided this is the time. It is never like a bad time to talk about safety in like lots of circumstances. I want my children to be set up for success, and part of that is safety success. So I want to show you what we have and just like kind of show you a little bit about the safety unit from The Good and the Beautiful. I'm sure there's other videos on this, but maybe this is the reminder that you need to pick up something about safety and really work through that today or very soon, and so that your kids know what to do in emergencies. So this safety unit, I actually bought this used, but I want to go through this, and it has, the first lesson is what is safety, then you have fire safety. So we have done those 2 lessons. We did those actually together. It didn't take us very long. There is water safety, which is a very great thing to know. We do talk about that a lot too, since we go swimming. Electricity safety, natural disaster safety, God gave me a body, safe at home alone, kitchen safety, technology, media, and peer pressure, and then gun safety. And these days, like all of these are so important and I think this is a really great book for it. There are a few read alouds that you could purchase with this. The Turn Away Game. This is a gentle book about pornography. And then a Mushroom Walk, a gentle book about sexual abuse safety. So those 2 books are in the the book pack if you wanted to purchase those. They do have like vocabulary. You can kind of make this how you want to make it. I haven't done a ton of the newer sciences from The Good and Beautiful, but they do have these little journals. So they are for grades 3 through 6. And then they do, in this book, have some extra stuff for like lesson extensions for grades 7 through 8. So these journals are full of color and kind of reiterate the things that you're talking about and make it a little bit more fun. This one looks really good. I'm actually using it for my 1st grader. I don't think she's going to have any issues with it. But these lessons are pretty short, and it gives you the information that you, or the supplies that you need. You have some vocabulary words, and the lessons are actually in color as well, and tells you exactly what you need to read. There was one video, I don't even know if Safety really has very many videos, but you're able to link into it on their website and just watch the video for the lessons if that is the case. There are hands-on, like for the fire safety, we got out some candles. We don't do everything, and that's the thing, like you don't have to do everything to still make this effective. So I just wanted to touch on that just real quickly today. Even if you don't get the Good and the Beautiful safety unit, find something to go through, especially those topics like water safety, fire safety, online safety, staying at home. So those things are very important, and I just wanted to share this story to help prompt you to cover those things with your kids before emergencies happen, so they know how to go through those emergencies. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you later.